In this video, we'll cover the difference between accessible links and inaccessible links. An accessible link always describes the subject matter of the page or the content in which you are linking a user to. This first example represents an accessible link. The sentence reads, "To learn more about our university, visit the Winston-Salem State University website." This is accessible because the hyperlink text states the exact subject matter of the web page we intend to take the user to. In our second example, under inaccessible link number 1, the sentence reads, "We have a new menu. To see it, click here." The reason "click here" is not considered accessible because the hyperlink in this case does not specify the subject matter in which we wish to take the user to. The reason this is important has to do with the way a screen reader user uses the screen reader to read a page. Now, it's not always efficient for a screen reader user to read an entire document just to get to one or two links. Because of this, a screen reader has different shortcuts in which they can list all of the links available on a certain page. When they do this, it's important that each link is related to the actual subject matter in which it is linking. So, in the first two examples, Winston-Salem State University website is very clear in where the link will take the user. Click here doesn't tell the user anything about the subject matter and will be ambiguous whether the user should click there or not. In our third example, inaccessible link number 2, it reads as follows: "If you plan on teleworking this month, click the link below," and then proceeds to list the raw URL of the website or web page it's intending to take the user to. Now, the reason this is a problem is twofold. One, the screen reader will have to read this entire link letter by letter, https://na3.documents.adobe, and so on. And we see at the end of this URL, there's a bunch of random numbers and letters. The second reason here is that, again, like the second inaccessible example, this link doesn't actually tell the user anything about the subject matter. So this is going to take a long time for the screen reader to have to read, a long time for the screen reader user to have to listen to this link, and third of all, even after all that work, they still won't know exactly where this link takes them unless they have heard the context around the link. To make these links accessible, let's do a little editing. Instead of click here, what we will do is copy the link. I'll right-click here, copy the hyperlink. I'm going to get rid of the click here part, and instead, I'll highlight the actual subject matter in which we're trying to link. I'll right-click the highlighted text, click the link command, and then paste that address into the address field. Click OK. Now this is an accessible link. We have a new menu. That new menu is the subject matter that we're trying to link to. In the second example, we'll do pretty much the same thing. I will right-click and copy the hyperlink. I'll get rid of the raw URL. In this case, I'll do a little editing to modify the sentence so that we can put the subject matter in the hyperlink. I'll highlight the subject matter in this case, right-click, link, and paste in the URL. Now this is an accessible link. From this sentence and from the hypertext in this link, we can see that this is going to take us to a teleworking form. Previously, we really had little idea where that link would have taken us.